Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Sunset Show. The penultimate day of the EHF Beach Handball Euro 2023 has come to an end. I just about have a voice. How's your heart, Marcio?
Not good. Not good. Still
not a good
pumping.
day for Portugal.
No, still crying, still pumping. No, I'm just kidding. Now, it was a good day. Come on. It was a good day.
2 semi-finals.
Yeah, but come on. To reach the semi-final is already a good thing, okay? We accomplished a legendary feat. We'd never been there. So,
Yes, congratulations on that.
we can still go for a medal.
It really helped as well in terms of getting the crowd in today. I really felt like it was just an amazing atmosphere. Even up in my little box, I could feel it. An excellent job all around. And once again, the rain stayed away.
Told you. Hey. I'm St. Peter, man. I'm
Yes.
St. Peter.
Well, thank you all for joining us. We have an action-packed show on. I look at a whole wave of guests who are about to join us from everything from Macedonia to Poland, Romania and France. And we're going to start with a couple of Dutch guests who have just won the semi-final in the women's competition. Isabel Bernard and Lisanne Bakker are going to celebrate with us. They did a fair bit of celebrating after their semi-final victory, qualifying for the final of the women's competition for the very first time. So shall we just throw in our guests straight away?
Just leave and you'll be there alone with them.
You can't take it. Your Portuguese heart can't take it. Come on. You
I'm
can
just
take
kidding.
it.
I'm
You
just
can
kidding.
take it. Come on in, Isabel and Lisanne.
Come, ladies.
Join us.
I think it's
Either side. So here you go.
welcome.
And there are the cameras. So you can look at us and look at the cameras. And
I'm not a sore loser, so everybody can see that we can share common ground.
yes, I mean that was a defeat for Portugal anyway that I think they can take on the chin. They have a lot to be proud of, that women's team.
I think so. I think it was a matter of attitude, and I've been talking with them for the last few days, and I actually was very proud of them after the game with Norway, as they showed a very different attitude than they had in previous games. And I said, even if you lost, okay, this is not a moral win. We don't go with that. But the thing is, they're still growing, in the process of growing. They're knowing each other and all. And they, as long as you keep an attitude of winning, anything can happen, because this is the beach handball. You can hit the sand, you can hit the crossbar, the goalkeeper can defend, you can block, anything can go. You can be losing by 6, and then 2 minutes later you're winning by 2. So anything goes, as long as the attitude is there.
That's right. And for those of you watching, we're going to do a little intro for our two guests as well, because it's not always obvious who our guests are for a lot of people on Twitch who are mostly indoor fans, some who are in just for beach, but we're trying to spread the good word of beach handball as well to all of our fans on the home of handball. So we'll do a little quick intro. Isabel,
Yeah.
tell us about yourself.
Oh, I'm gonna introduce
Yeah,
myself.
No, it's all about you.
Okay, well, my name is Isabel. I live in Amsterdam, Netherlands. I'm 27. I play indoor at Westside. I play beach handball there as well. I have been playing it for 8-9 years now. And
And known by the beach handball community by a certain nickname.
you should call me Truus.
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go. Yes, and Lisanne?
My name is Lisanne Bakker. I'm 22 years old, and I live in Schagenbrug, a small village in the Netherlands also. And I'm the goalkeeper of the Netherlands. And I'm very happy to be in the final tomorrow.
I bet you are.
Toughest position.
I want to ask you about that goalkeeper position. First of all, something I noticed at the beginning of the game was also the Portuguese choice to only bring one goalkeeper to this particular game. They had both of them playing really well. And I wondered if that was a little bit of a risk, particularly in a semi-final like this. Both you and Claudia had a big part to play. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your combo as a goalkeeping team.
I'm very happy that we play with the two of us, but that we play together, because when how do I say it? When I don't play well, I can change, and Claudia will
Like freshen up a little bit of the
freshen it.
ideas.
Yes, and you saw the first set, I will get some balls, and the second set Claudia did. So we are a good combi, I think.
Absolutely. And Isabel, you mentioned your age there, and that's something we talked about a few weeks ago. You're still very young. You're just 27, but you said in comparison to the rest of this team, you're starting to feel a little bit old.
I think there's one player a little bit older,
Yes.
and then there's me, 27, and then there's Lisanne
and
after
it's
me,
me.
who's 22. So there's a lot of young players that really stepped up. couple of
Absolutely.
days.
And I didn't want to bring that up just to like, throw you under the bus. I was leading somewhere because what's really interesting to me is your role in the team and how it's developed as well. I think a lot of people who follow beach handball in the Euro see you as a really prolific scorer, but you've turned into this real playmaker for the team. That was really well seen in the second set as well. Tell us about how that has developed for you. Yeah, and in particular going into this championship with the younger team.
Well, yeah, well, there's just amazing players around me. And to be honest, they are better scorers at the wings. So yeah, at some point I was like, what's gonna be my part in the team? And I think together with the coach, we made like a nice setup with the 4-0, but also with me in the center with the 3-1 as a regular player. I think it's a good fit for me.
Absolutely. And what I noticed in the second set as well, you really took care of the ball for as long as possible. Was that something you spoke about at halftime? Because you were waiting, not necessarily waiting for the passive play hand to come up, but you were really moving with holding the ball for as long as possible until you made that decisive move.
Yeah, so in a couple of games we felt like we were rushing a bit. So I really tried to slow the game down a bit. And at some point the clock was ticking in our favor. So I was like, okay, let's slow the game down and then get good chances.
That's what people call experience, right there. Yeah.
You can call it that.
Hey,
And what can you
she's been there. She's been here for 8 years, of course.
She has the most experience of all.
At a given time, she has the notion that okay, now stop. Now we play, and now we go for a goal. Playmaker.
What can you tell us about Truus as a leader of the team?
Yesterday, I said to her, "You're like the mommy of the group."
Oh dear. Oh no. Like what?
Not in a bad way, because
Sorry.
no, since she cares about everything, about everyone. She asks how's going with everyone, and so I think it's. I'm happy that Truus is in the team, and she plays a very big role in this team.
And this team has been knocking on the door for quite a while. You've got a couple of bronze medals at world and European level, but into the final for the first time. Not going to ask how it feels, but like, when you think about the journey you've been on as yourself with this team and as the team as a project, that must feel pretty special to finally get through.
Yeah, and I think it's been like a couple of years where we had some youth teams also getting medals in the youth competition, starting with Lisanne's age, and then some younger players as well. And you can see now that they've caught up with us, and now together we're gonna play for the gold.
Yeah.
It feels a bit justified.
Yeah.
A little bit justified after the investment all the years.
Yeah,
Everything
exactly.
comes together now.
And we just talked there about the qualification for the European Olympic Games as well. And something that not everyone would know is that clearly you put so much time into this, but you've also got to either have full-time studies or full-time job to go with that. So now you've got to find some extra time off for the European Olympics. But you said your boss was watching the screen.
Married to a former teammate of mine.
Oh, right.
Okay, to have for vacation.
I think it will be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. And the defense today, absolutely incredible. I think the blockers really showed a level I haven't seen in this championship. The amount of clean blocks was really, really impressive. How does that how does that work with you as a goalkeeper? Just knowing that you have them there as a first line of defense.
It's very nice that we also have a great defense that can block balls, and then it's so much easier for us to block also a ball. We can look what our defense is doing, and if they have the ball, we can go for the ball and get it by our team. But yeah, it's great to work with them.
Were you impressed with you were hating it, I'm sure, despite your...
No.
But you have to give
Hate is a strong word. I was disliking it very much. But no.
I think we have one of the best defense this tournament.
And it's going to be quite a battle of the defenses in
True.
the Gold match tomorrow, facing the juggernaut of Germany. 32 games or 33 games
think so, yeah.
in a row.
They were 25 before this championship.
Yeah, it's but they're showing with pretty much every game from the main round onwards that they're not completely infallible. There are ways to break through. You're not going to give us the tactics, but what can you tell us about how you're going to get the goals?
You even think about it.
We haven't thought about it. I haven't seen anything from them. We had like a practice matches a couple of weeks ago, but that's it. We're gonna
Yeah, it was a very different
and then
team
probably
also.
tomorrow start to think about our game plan.
Lovely. All right, I think we can wrap it up. Thank you so much, Lizanne and Isabel. Have that great sleep tonight. We look forward to seeing you in your first final tomorrow. Congratulations. Good stuff.
We'll give you some time to study the opponents.
Thank you. And heading into this show, I didn't get any overview of what the plan is from Chavi, our producer. So we're going to just bring in a whole other bunch of guests in a moment.
I think it's
Shall we just do that?
party of guests. It's a
Oh, we got some highlights. How about that? Highlights of today's action. Right? Excellent stuff.
I was not expecting that.
No, me neither. This is how well prepared we are. So, highlights of today's action, and we'll be back with another cohort of wonderful guests. Okay, who's next? And we're back with not two, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guests. Is the camera wide enough for this? Is the camera wide enough, Andrea? Yes, it's good? Okay. We have another cohort of guests, and just like we did, we're going to have a little intro round for everyone. So shall we start from left to right for us?
Okay, hi, my name is Marta. I am 18 years old. I'm from Poland and I'm a goalkeeper.
Nice.
Okay, so my name is Jordan. I'm 23. I'm a pivot and left wing, and I play in Sarbor indoor.
Lovely.
My name is Anna Maria. I'm from Skopje, Macedonia. I'm 23 years old and I'm playing center back.
Hello, my name is Alex. I'm 18. I play center back. I'm from Romania, from a southwestern city, a small one, and I very enjoy this beach handball experience.
Hello, I'm Diogo Ferreira. I'm a left wing for Portugal, and I'm 21 years old.
Also known as Diego.
Also known as Diego.
Diogo or Diego, which do you prefer?
Whichever you like.
Okay. Diogo, we'll start with you, seeing as you still have the mic. First of all, what a day. It ended up in a bit of heartbreak. It's been a couple of hours since that loss in the semi-final to Hungary, but is pride now taking over as a emotion for today?
What?
Is
Sorry.
pride now more
Yes.
more emotion for you after this?
Yes, I guess the we live this game with good feelings, and we have to feel proud of our dedication and the way we played this. I think we put our mind and our hearts into this, and although we wanted a better result, it's we have to feel proud about what we did.
And you can still go for the bronze. So
Yes, and we are going for the bronze full focus. Now it's our goal.
Marcio, what can you say about the Portuguese performance? It felt like there was a lot of pride in the whole arena after the quarterfinals in particular.
it was, and at a given time, I was actually talking with people. Is like that. We actually lost it. We didn't win. They didn't win it. We lost it. It's kind of like a different in Portuguese songs. We're different because we had the advantage. Gabi could have go for one goal, and he let the goalkeeper save. Actually, shot the goalkeeper instead of the goal, and and then they took it. And they took the detail, and it's a little bit of a beach handle. It's all about details. If you're not focused 100%, then you will lose. And in the shootout, sudden death. That's what's gonna happen. And but aside from that, I felt that everybody here in the court one was really proud of them. First of all, because the first time we're in the semifinals at home, especially at home. And and they gave a great show, so they can feel proud of themselves. And tomorrow, just to play for the third place, bronze medal, and let that medal keep here at home.
And Jordan, it was just a couple of days ago that you beat them in the preliminary round, but showing that the competition being as tight as it was, and only two teams going through to the main round. France, unfortunately, were left out in that. But how has the championship as a whole been for you and the team?
For us, we felt a bit disappointed who didn't go off the first group stage because it was really close between Portugal and Hungary. Fortunately, we didn't make the second set against Hungary, so we couldn't qualify. And after we lost some games that made us play against Holland tomorrow for third place, but we are still building a new project in our team. We are really young, except for two players. We average between 18 and 23 years old, so we have a lot of time to work and to do some results for next competition.
Yeah, it's I think a really exciting time for France, and I feel like there's a different approach for the team this time. In the last couple of years, there's been maybe bringing in some big indoor names to add to the team. This time, it feels like a proper beach handball team. Everyone is really highly skilled, and the future, as you said, feels quite bright. But what can you say about the level as a whole? Because you're playing in the 13th match with Netherlands. Both of you had won 2 games in the preliminary round, and just lost out, which shows down from first place down to 14, 15, 16. Every team in this competition on a given day could beat each other.
Yeah, for this year, the competition was even more close than any competition before. So I think it can happen that a big team can play in the consolation round. And for the problem about the big names that we couldn't bring in this team for this season is there was a schedule problem. Our season isn't finished in France in the first division, but we decided to manage without and to bring players that are full involved in the beach handball.
I think you could say you managed really well. There's some really good performances there, and a bright sign for the future.
Great, Chris. Before we get going, can I say hello to Katarina? She was a bit lost, but now she's.
You got lost. So this is the court you were just playing in. Okay. You want to come over beside Marcia?
Yeah.
That'll be a bit more even. I will hand over the mic to Katarina.
And then you can introduce yourself.
From Portugal. I'm a specialist of defending.
And that's it.
Okay.
That's good.
I'm
That's good.
nominated for
the best
well.
defense.
Thanks for my teammates. Actually, we will all know the defenders don't defend by themselves. We are nothing without the other ones. So it's not me that is nominated, it is Portuguese defense actually.
And Handball.
Yeah.
Handball.
That's a very
Best defender
that's a
and
very
Handball.
kind answer.
I'm already saying best defender because you all vote for it. Okay.
Well, yeah, a
I'm
reminder.
not biased. Okay, just evidence. Just evidence.
I'm sure that'll be put in the chat as well, that you can vote for the All-Star team for the very first time that it's been opened up to the public to
Yep.
vote. So go on to eurohandball.com and you can find the voting system there. I'm sure it'll be put in the chat as well. Before we come back to you, Katharina, I want to ask about the Macedonian team, because we know one of your coaches, Anya Altos, very well. She's been on the show a few times, actually 2 years ago as well, when you had your first experience. You were kind of a late arrival into the championship. How did that feel, kind of knowing shortly before that you were going to be playing, and how was the build-up for the team?
Yes, first I want to say Anya is amazing and she's an amazing coach. As you said, like an amazing person. We started 1 month ago. Most of us didn't even have an experience of beach handball. So I don't know, we sorted it all out. We started trainings, we didn't know the rules, but I'm proud of my team, really, of what it did. And we played good with all of the teams. So I think,
And that is true.
this is Portugal's sweater.
Yes, right here in the center court as well.
Yeah, so I'm proud of all of the girls. So I don't know, and as an experience is perfect. The atmosphere is perfect. The energy, organization did a good job, and
And you will be back.
I hope we will.
So.
And you just threw that. Yeah, of course. Come on.
Can I ask you then, is there anything in particular that has happened at this championship that has really surprised you, or that you've learned, maybe an aspect of the rule you actually didn't know before playing these competitive games, or something about the style of plays?
When we started with the games, we were expecting a win, of course. But when we continued, the only thing that surprised us was getting the second point of Italy. The second set, we took it, and I don't know, everyone was happy, like we were champions. But it's an amazing experience, really.
Yeah. So you've fallen in love with the sport now?
Yeah,
you could
of
say?
course.
Nice, that's
I
really
find myself here.
that's excellent. And yeah, brilliant also that you could be on court one playing against the hosts. And yeah, you're right, I think that was a nervy game at the end of the group. And I want to ask you about the Romanian perspective on this as well. Romanian team playing for the last few years, they're always very entertaining games, sometimes falling short of getting the victory, but there's something really special.
Yeah, we like to fight for every game, for every ball. This tournament, something went wrong. I don't know what happened. We can't call bad luck or maybe some mistakes, but we have more to improve. We have a lot to improve. I'm between two players that they're much better than me, and I have a lot to learn from them.
Is there anything in particular that you feel inspired to improve on or to learn on, either as a team or as an individual from playing at this level?
Oh yeah, I'd like to learn how to spin shot and then put my
Oh yes.
And then twist the body.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna recommend a chiropractor for you, and some osteopath also. Then you can do that, and then he will put you back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe some live lessons here with yoga.
No, but it's great to see Alex here because I saw him back last year in the qualifiers in Czech Republic, and it was a little bit different game. They were a little bit rough, like rusty, and this time there was more fluid. They were more connected as a team. A little bit of bad luck, like you said. Sometimes it's about details, and beach handball is very much about details. And yeah, but it felt really good to watch you guys, especially in the last 2 days. Not first one probably because nervous. Everything everything is new. Everything is like, whoa, what is happening here?
And
But
we're facing Denmark, then Germany, to the semifinalists. We're still young. We have some experience in beach handball in the youth competitions, but this level is too high.
But you have time. You have time to grow. But like he was saying, like he played against Portugal and Hungary. Hungary is in the final. Portugal is going for a bronze medal. So you know, it gets a little tough in the group.
It's a very fine margins as
Yeah.
well. And how did you, on the Polish perspective, you said you're 18, right? So
19.
it's your first senior championship as well with the team?
Senior team, yeah, but 1 year ago I play in the EHF team in Greece in World Championship.
Yeah. Okay. How has your experience been playing at the senior level?
If I have to be honest, it's very high, and I wasn't expecting that level of the game, and I was really surprised about that. And I don't play much, but I just defend one shot, so I'm proud of myself.
I think the gap is a little too big from coming from the youth and immediately to senior.
Big gap, as Alex said. It's a big difference between senior and EF.
Think more of the power of the players, like the power shot, or the speed or tactic.
I think it's more about experience and all of it. I'm so surprised about all the plays. Really.
And as a goalkeeper, it's also, I find it quite tricky because I'm not a goalkeeper, by the way. I'm like, from a goalkeeper's perspective, I'm really happy I'm not a goalkeeper.
You already broke one glass.
Yeah. But also because you don't have, like, in comparison to indoor where you have the hard court to also spring off of, it feels like there's a lot of, you're trying to perceive the shot much earlier than in indoor handball.
Sure, because I'm 1 meter and 70 centimeters, so I'm too short for the goalkeeping. So on the beach, it's very hard for me, and I don't feel confidence at all on this tournament. But I want to grow up, but I can be better in another year.
I think a nice aspect of this is we have such an array of levels of experience and how players have finished at this tournament. Of course, not over yet for all of you, but everyone is in one way or another always looking ahead to how they can develop. So nice to have someone who a month ago didn't know the rules of the sport to players who are playing at such a high level. Wow.
2 years ago, I started playing beach handball.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that's a really nice aspect of the sport, and also to be. This is the first time we've only had 16 teams, so teams had to qualify, and you see how tight the level is from 1 to 16. And in particular, I want to ask Catarina now, again, from the Portugal perspective. It's very fresh, the defeat in the semi-final now, but I think you can all be very proud of how today has gone.
Yeah, but actually we did a good game. We not finished good in the final moments, but we have a medal to fight for against Spain. Will be very hard. They're a really fast game, but it's fresh. But we are all cool about it. We had like a few days like that was bad main round for us. It's devastating because we wanted to do more and we couldn't. And then today in the quarterfinals we gave all, and we get the semifinals, we give all, but wasn't enough. So congratulations to Netherlands because they were best.
Against Germany, right?
True.
And although that was a devastating loss, that second set was amazing. But what really sticks in my mind was you and your fellow defenders. It feels like in the last few minutes that your body parts were falling off, like you were throwing yourselves at every ball. It seemed like every bit of you was hurting, but then you went in the shootout as well.
We have to keep going because Germany is contestant here, and they will play the first place and second. And I don't know why, but the better teams, we have more boosts, and without arms, without legs, we're still going. I don't know why. I think everyone's like is like this. But yeah, I think we gave it all. And actually, in this tournament, I don't know why, I have like every game I had hit in the face. I don't know why.
True.
Yeah. One red card, one exclusion. I don't know. In the Denmark, also.
And get stepped on.
Yeah, I have a Iman in this tournament. I don't know why, but yeah, I have to get up and keep going.
You survived.
Yeah, I survived.
How much pain does everyone feel? Quick fire.
10.
10?
That too.
6? With the mic.
5 maybe.
Okay.
More of a 6.
That's nice. That's quite a spread.
Hey, Robocop there. Diego Robocop right there.
The key is not to get hit in the face. The big takeaway for this. I want to ask you, Diogo, about playing on home sand as well. The atmosphere, particularly in the last couple of days, has really felt special. That quarter-final against Spain, it was electric.
Yes, it's I've been playing beach handball for many years, and I always wanted to play such a big competition like an European, like a European Championship at home. So I feel very grateful for this opportunity I had, and it was an amazing atmosphere, and the infrastructure around this is amazing, and it's great to be here in Portugal and be cheered by our people.
Nice. And you must feel pretty proud, both of you as well, fellow Portuguese. I mean, I said it before. I've said it so many times.
I have a warm
I've
heart.
never seen a beach handball championship look so incredibly professional. Like, it just looks amazing.
Thank you. You can also come. If you're close by, you can also come. It's free entrance, so everybody can join. Yeah.
Yes, and if you've only watched this on Twitch now, a reminder that all the final games from every court will be on EHF TV all day tomorrow, including the bronze and gold medal matches. Before we let our big cohort go, I want to ask you all quickly for 2 things each. Number 1, your favorite moment of the championship for either you personally, whatever sticks out to your mind, and who's going to win gold in each of your respective competitions. So who wants to go? Diogo, let's start.
I think I will win.
Or the best moment so far for you?
The best moment. I don't know. There have been many good moments so far, but the most joyful moment yet was winning the quarterfinals against Spain. It's a big rush and an explosion of happiness and relief, because it was in shootout and it's always very tense. And the favorites, I don't know, it could really go either way. I think both teams, both Hungary and Germany, displayed very good quality, very high level teams. Both of them can easily win.
Who's going to win?
Who's gonna win?
Go on. It's going to go to a shootout, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. We never know.
Um,
I'm going to push you here.
okay. Maybe.
Who do you want to win? It's easier than
That's it's not even harder.
I don't take sides. I really don't. I don't know. Maybe Hungary, because I think they grew over the tournament, and they are. But it could go either way.
That's okay.
Germany is also very good.
Please.
My favorite moment from this event, maybe the double in-flight shot from the Norway team. Yeah, it was amazing.
Ludicrous.
You can watch it on EHF Beach Handball.
Yeah, and for the winning teams, I will go with Hungary, because experience is very important in this game, and I think Hungary has a lot of, maybe more than Germany, even they played so well today against Denmark. And for the women, I'll go with Germany.
Okay.
They have a great winning streak, and I think they will win tomorrow.
Lovely. Thank you, Adam.
The best moment for like a team, for my team, like I said, is the second set with Italy. But like the organization, I like the DJ. He knows precisely when to put the songs. Yeah. And for the finals, I'm not gambling on this question. It will be a fight, so it will be fun. Who wins? Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know if I can accept that. I'll let you. Seeing as it's your first championship, we'll let you go with that. Okay.
For us, the best moment so far was when we won against Portugal.
No, your audience. No, it's like,
Nice.
And about the final, for women, I think Germany is favorite. But for men, I don't think anyone is above any other. So it would end in a shootout.
Mhm.
Maybe in a deathmatch.
Would you like one team more than the other to win?
I'm not taking side.
No. Okay. Very good.
Quick question: best moment for me or my team?
For you
you.
or your team, either way.
For my team is every win we got because it's a very big achieve for us because we don't have much workout with each other, so it's a very big achievement. And for me, it was my shot because wasn't be in my cage. I was in the front of it, and I just
You want to show us again? Yeah.
oh, but I do some crazy stuff in there. And who win? I don't know. The best one.
The best one. Very good.
Whoever wins.
So actually, the best moment I think is actually like Diogo was the historic the passage the quarterfinals. We have like amazing vibes from the audience, crazy, 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 and the last shootout with everyone. I think if they could, they all invade the court, but they couldn't. So it was like for me and for my team was like amazing. So the winning in the men, I really don't know. In the woman, it's like we have like two parts. We have the German that is normally the finals and they have the experience being the final. You have the Netherlands that is so good in this championship that they are rising up. So like it will be a really good match, and I hope that goes to shootout to get the emotion.
Emotion until the
Yes. Yeah. You, Marcel, before here.
No, I just want to thank everybody. They've been lovely, and thank you for being here in Nazaré in Portugal. Hope you guys enjoyed, and you come back for a vacation. Why not?
Also a great EBT trip.
Also a great EBT. Yeah, Nazaré
Great
Dreams.
time.
Yeah. So
I want the DJ for my birthday, please.
okay. I'll give you the number. I'll give you the number.
All right. Anything else?
All good?
Oh, so we do have more. Okay.
We do have
so-
more.
Okay. We're just hearing from the
Great.
producer here.
We have a great show tonight.
Legends. We have the current players. Now we're going to the old people next. People worth talking to, I would say, right? So, top goals from the last couple of days. Thank you so much.
Thank you all
for joining us. Pleasure, and enjoy the final day in your last game. And I hope to see you at the players' party on Sunday. Yeah? All right. Take care. Thank you.
Don't say
Top
that.
And we're back with down to 2 guests. It feels a lot more palpable. With 6 before, it was a lot of looking around. But
It's more
lovely-
intimate now. It's more
yeah,
intimate.
Lovely to hear from a bunch of players at a different stage of their beach handball career. And now we're with 2 players who were described as legends. I think that's a little bit unfair for the player who's still very active, even at your age, but unfortunately could not play for Croatia
A living
at this
legend.
championship because of a broken toe. Am I right?
Yeah, I broke a toe a week before the championship, and I thought that it was a bad luck, so I'm out of this Euro. Yeah.
And that is a real bad luck because a few weeks ago I played against you in Yarn Cup and you kicked my ass. So I could see you were in good form. And Hugo Madera, who is another legend of the sport, who has recently gone into coaching.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a really good choice, eh?
But you both just joined us in the last day or so for the final weekend of the championship. What did you make of today's incredible quarterfinal and semi-final day? Maybe a little bit of heartbreak for both of your nations in the quarterfinals, but maybe a little bit about Croatia and Spain respectively, and about the championship as a whole.
Yeah, Hugo and I watched our nations respectively. Both Spain and Croatia lost the quarterfinals, and we just joked that, okay, now we're done. We can go home now. That's it.
It's our story here. Every time you come here, you have expectations, and then you think, but this is beach handball at the end. And the level is higher by years. And if you have bad luck in different moments, this can happen.
And with Croatia, I mean, there was a tough thing. Besides your injury, also a couple of players who couldn't join the team until this morning because of their club commitments. Did you feel that had a big impact? The players came back today, but I believe they just arrived really shortly before the game, so not an easy preparation for them.
Yeah, on this tournament, Croatia missed many important players due to their obligations in indoor handball. And we managed to bring our right wing Bura, but he arrived maybe half an hour before the quarterfinal after a 14-hour trip. So you can imagine how hard was it for him. So.
Now, I remember one of the referees actually was talking with me, and when he went to grab the ball, he turned to her and he said, "I'm so tired right now." Because I've been like coming just half an hour just before the game. I can imagine like the first 5 minutes in the sentence, like, just take me out of here.
Welcome to beach handball, man.
Exactly. I joked with him, okay, at least you arrived half an hour before, at least you can have time to warm up a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but as a whole, I think there was a lot of positive things from the Croatia team. The results were maybe up and down, but it feels like there's also a new generation of players coming in and really establishing themselves.
Yes, you're right, but I've known these guys who play now for the national team for a long time. This is not their first. This is their first international competition, but not the first time on the sand playing beach handball. So these guys, I think they just need a little bit more experience for this level of competition, and then they will be good.
And Hugo, I remember seeing you here in the stand as Portugal played against Spain. A result that wasn't good in the end, but like what a atmosphere, what a game that was between the two nations.
Yeah, Spain is in a new phase with 2 new trainers, and they are mixing experience with young guys. But even they are not so young, they have experience in competitions in Spain that is a high level competition. But when you wear for the first time the t-shirt of the national team, it's sometimes harder with a new team. Yeah, but they do really good. Yeah, but at the end, it's the same. Too many details that with experience, another year with the national team, that you are more comfortable, you feel free to explain whatever you need to the coaches. The coaches are really good. Gispi, legend in Spain, Migri as well with Malaga. So they are making a very good team. At the end, very new faces as well, very young guys. Another guy that couldn't come about because indoor competition. But I think Spain make a really good, for me, a really good games here. and they are still fighting for the 5th place, I think.
It's a thing that we were talking about. The season is really short, and the European was actually the first competition, taking aside the Yaron Cup, of course, the EBT Yaron Cup. But in the international level,
You want to talk about the 3rd place?
no, but in an international competition like the Euro, coming like as the first competition, there's not a lot of time for them to grow. Even if you get like new faces, like you said, they need experience. They need like a baggage, like a backpack for them to improve themselves here at the Euro, and then later in the World Championships and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard, like having just like 2 months of competition, and then next year, okay, maybe we'll see next year how it will go.
It's even harder for the youngest. You don't have time to even to think of what is going on. But at the end, it's experience as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's really good to make this new phase of Spain to grow up in the future.
Go ahead.
I think that these new guys, young guys from maybe Croatia, Spain, and other teams, they were so unlucky this year because Euro came so early in May. We never had Euro in May. We always had Euros in June, July. So they didn't have much time for preparation since the first call for the national team. They were. I think that they all were under some kind of impression being called for the first time, and 3 weeks later they have to play. They play.
And also this tournament has been, I think, unlike anyone before, from basically place 1 to place 14 or 15, so close. I mean, we're seeing France and Netherlands in the 13-14 match, who won 2 games in their group, and so close to qualifying. And in the quarterfinals we saw it, the semifinals we saw it going to shootouts in both of them. Really the level, really close all around. We got a signal here for 2 more minutes, so I'm going to ask you just one pair of questions each before we let you go.
Take care.
I will take care. They're nice. Well, be careful. You might know what's coming.
I'm too old for these.
Firstly, any particular player or team that has really surprised you in a positive way at this championship? And secondly, the simple one, who's going to win gold in the men's competition tomorrow?
Is your part?
I'm not that surprised, maybe, but I'm more impressed by the German goalkeeper. Moritz, yes. I've played him. I played against him last year and the years before. I knew that he was good, but so he's above all goalkeepers, and we have seen many good saves on the tournament, not just by him, by other goalkeepers. But he's something different. He's like a whole new dimension on this tournament.
Yep.
So, and who's gonna win the gold? I don't know. Finals are very tough to predict. I'm very happy to see other nations reaching finals after a long time. Hungary, Germany, because this is good for the sport. Of course, I'm not happy because Croatia is not in the fight for the medal, but that's life, that's sport, that's beach handball, as Hugo said.
For me, Venegas from Spain, it's a guy of 20 years old only.
Yeah,
he managed like, and at the end, it's not a team. It's, for example, Portugal, Germany makes both teams final.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Incredible.
Portugal, both teams in 3rd or 4th place. I think they are growing up so much. Denmark, for example, I was thinking he was going to be there. Unfortunately, they are not. But we'll see. I will bet for Germany.
Germany?
Probably, yeah.
Did you give an answer to that? No. I don't think you did.
No.
I said it's hard to.
You know how to win finals, so who's going to win it?
If not, only can say Croatia. No worries.
I really don't know, because it's been a long time for Hungary in final. They finally reached the final, and Germany too. So, from my opinion, from my perspective, maybe I would give a little advantage to Germany.
Yeah.
But that's
okay. You say Germany. You said it. Germany.
Yeah, okay.
I say Germany. Okay.
Great story if Germany actually wins the gold, because last year they win the qualifiers and they won the qualifiers. Imagine if they win the gold now. What a story.
Imagine with both teams.
Imagine with both teams, yeah. Nobody would shut up the Germans yet, but yeah. But why not? It can happen.
Ivan, thank you so much for joining us. It's a pleasure to talk to you, and enjoy the final day tomorrow.
Thank you.
And thank you all for watching. That's it already. Had what? Guests in this last hour.
Oh yeah.
A real nice collaboration. Thank you all for joining us, and you'll also have a watch along tomorrow with both the European League final and the final here in Nazaré. Until then, take care and see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.